מבוסס על סדרת ספרי זוהר לעם. ניתן להוריד את הספרים באתר קבלה לעם.
The Zohar series of books which can be downloaded on archive.kbb1.com. Hello, we'll be reading from the book of Zohar, volume 5, portion of Vayakel, and Moses Assembled, item 339. The text can be found at archive.kbb1.com, and questions can be asked on kabbalah.tv, where the lesson can be watched. So again, Vayakel and Moses Assembled, item 339. Rav. And before the Zohar, the reading of the Zohar, let's, as always, make an effort to connect together with the hopes that the upper radiance of the Zohar, which illuminates on us, will finalize the connection between us. And there we will discover the upper force. Please. The firmament over Malchut, 339. The firmament that stands over the garden stands over 4 heads of animals. The 4 letters Mem Resh Gimel Nun, Michael, Gavriel, Raphael, and Nuriel. The firmament over Malchut. They are considered superior to those in the lower Garden of Eden, and that firmament over Malchut, that Tzilut, is formed in sacred colors, similar to the firmament over the garden below, in which there are 4 colors. Also, the upper firmament over Malchut is formed in colors. All the discernments applied in the firmament over the lower Garden of Eden apply also in the upper firmament over Malchut Datzilut. 340. 4 animals and all those armies below look at the firmament on the upper Malchut. When that firmament illuminates and sparkles with its colors, the 4 colors Chug Tum in the firmament itself, which illuminate through the openings, then all the Merkavot, armies and camps, know that their prey is approaching, since they receive from the openings. That firmament is formed with all the sacred colors, the 4 lights Chug Tum, in which 4 openings stand, where 1 color illuminates in each opening. And the lights are inscribed in 4 sparkling letters. 341. 1 opening stands to the east, Tiferet, in which a single letter stands, as in the firmament over the garden. Yet the letter Reish stands there, the beginning of the word Raphael, and here it is the letter Aleph, the beginning of the name Adni. This letter sparkles, rises and falls in this opening. This opening illuminates and sparkles with an upper sparkling from a single color in the Chug Tum, in the lights of the firmament itself. And this letter Aleph sparkles and protrudes within it, rising, falling, and descending, inscribed in that opening. 342. The second opening is inscribed on the north, Gvura, in which the letter Daled of the name Adni stands. It stands and sparkles, rising and falling, blazing in the opening on the north. At times it sparkles in a sparkling, and at times that light hides and does not illuminate. It is so because Daled is the opening on the north, the left line. When it has Chasadim, it illuminates, and when it does not have Chasadim from the right, it does not illuminate. This is why it is called Daled, from the word Dalut, or poverty, since the Chokhmah on the left does not illuminate without Chasadim. For this reason, this letter does not always maintain its existence, and this letter was inscribed in that opening. 343. The third opening is an opening that stands to the west, Malchut. A single letter stands in it, written and illuminating in that opening, the letter Nun in the name Adni. This letter sparkles in a sparkling in that opening. 344. The fourth opening stands to the south, Chesed, and in it stands a Shimo of 1 small point below, which is seen and not seen. This is the letter Yud in the name Adni. When Malchut is in unification with Zerampin, in the combination of the 2 names Havaya Elokim, the Yud of Adni is seen because then she receives Chokhmah from the first letter Yud. If she is not bonded with Havaya, she is not seen. These 4 letters Adni sparkle into 4 sides in this firmament, in these 4 openings at its end. 345. Other letters are inscribed with ktarim on their heads in this firmament. These are the 22 letters crowned in crowns. The 22 letters are Zampin, who is included in this firmament of Malchut. The ktarim over them are Binah, who is Keter Zampin, because the root of every letter, which is called Keter, is from Binah. This firmament travels and surrounds the animals that are in the Reshimot of the letters in the calculation of the unification in one combination of alphabet, which are Aleph Tet, Bet Chet, Gimel Zayin, Daled Vav. The four combinations Aleph Tet, Bet Chet, Gimel Zayin, Daled Vav imply the three lines Chabad and Malchut receives from them, which are four animals that circle the firmament of Malchut Datzilut. Aleph Tet implies Chokhmah, which has 9 sfirot that begin from Chokhmah and below, and Keter, her root, which is the Aleph, is clothed within them. Thus, Aleph Tet implies Keter, who is clothed within the 9 sfirot of Chokhmah, and it is the right line, the face of a lion. Bet Chet implies Binah, who has 8 sfirot that begin from Binah and below, and Kaf Chet, her roots, are clothed within them. These Kaf Chet are 2, in a way that Bet Chet imply the 2 sfirot Keter Chokhmah that are clothed inside the Chet sfirot of Binah. This is the left line, the face of an ox. Gimel Zayin implies Dat, who has 7 sfirot that begin from Chesed and below, and Kachab, her roots, are clothed within them. These Kachab are 3, in a way that Gimel Zayin imply the 3 sfirot Kachab that are clothed inside the 7 sfirot of Dat. This is the middle line, the face of an eagle. Daled Vav implies Malchut, who has 4 sfirot from Chazeh, the Zerampin, down, which are Tanhim, and 6 sfirot Chabad Chagat clothed within them. These Chabad Chagat are 6, or the letter Vav, in a way that Daled Vav imply the 6 sfirot Chabad Chagat clothed within the 4 sfirot of Malchut, and she receives from all the 3 faces, lion, ox, and eagle, while she herself is the face of a man. 346. These letters, Aleph Tet, Bet Chet, Gimel Zayin, Daled Vav, circle the firmament with other high, holy, and concealed letters, which are from Binah. These other hidden letters circle that firmament, and then these letters Aleph, Tet, Bet, Chet, Gimel, Zayin, Daled, Vav are seen in rolling. They roll from place to place, one at a time, in 3 lines, which is called rolling, and are inscribed in this firmament. 347. When this firmament illuminates, 4 secrets illuminate in it. 4 letters Havaya of the holy names that are refined in combinations. The 12 combinations of the name Havaya of the 32 paths is illuminates in these 12 names, the 32 paths of Chokhmah. At that time, dew comes down, sacred abundance from that firmament, in these letters of the holy name, in 12 combinations of Havaya, and all the Merkavot, armies, and holy camps are nourished, and all receive with joy. 348. When the din is hanging, the judgment is hanging, these letters hide and are concealed within 4 letters, Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Daled, which are the roots. They disappear, become hidden, and remain Tet, Chet, Zayin, Vav, meaning branches without roots. When these Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Daled were hidden and concealed, a voice awakened from the north, where the dinim are, knowing that the judgment is over the world. A certain color was inscribed in that firmament, comprising all the colors, meaning Malchut, who receives from all 3 lines, 3 colors. 349. When that firmament travels from the east, the middle line, 4 heads, the 4 roots, in the 4 letters Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Daled, all travel and journey and rise in the ascent of above, departing upward, and the illumination of Chokhmah disappears due to the departure of the roots of Aleph, Tet, Bet, Chet, Gimel, Zayin, Dalet, Vav. Afterwards, the letters Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet return and appear inside the branches in full, as in the beginning. Aleph, Tet, Bet, Chet, Gimel, Zayin, Dalet, Vav. And the firmament is made of them. At that time, it illuminates in the light of Chokhmah. There are two actions in the appearance of the middle line, the east side. One, diminishing all the Chokhmah in the left line by disclosing the Manulah in its Masach. Two, mitigating the Manulah with Mifticha, the lock with the key, thus returning the Vak, the Chokhmah, to illuminate in the left line through its bonding with the right. The first act of the middle line, for which all the Chokhmah disappears, and then all four roots, Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, disappear from the branches, Tet, Chet, Zayin, and Vav, meaning the whole of the illumination of Chokhmah. Afterwards, in the second act, or the second action, once it extends the Miftacha, it unites the two lines with one another. The Chokhmah reappears, as it was said, that the letters Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet reappear inside the branches in full, reappear along with their roots, Aleph, Tet, Bet, Chet, Gimel, Zayin, Dalet, Vav. 350. When that firmament illuminated as before with the letters Aleph, Tet, Bet, Chet, Gimel, Zayin, Dalet, Vav, they all returned and roared to hunt prey and food. When they roar and raise a sound, that voice is heard up above, and then those who are worthy of taking take blessings and sanctities. 351. The letters Aleph, Tet, Bet, Chet, Gimel, Zayin, Dalet, Vav turn and roll on three lines, encircling the firmament on Malchut and standing in the south. When those letters stand in the south, they rise, sparkle in sparkling, and blaze. Then, in the middle of that firmament, a single inscription is inscribed, and that inscription is the letter Yud. When that letter is written and seen, the three other letters Hey, Vav, Hey blaze after her, and the name Havaya illuminates. 352. These letters Havaya sparkle in the middle of the firmament, rising and falling and blazing in 12 blazes, 12 combinations of Havaya. Then, once they blaze 12 times, illumination of Chokhmah comes down and is included in these letters of the 12 combinations of Havaya. It is crowned in them and is not known. And then all the armies and all the camps are in joy, raising songs and praises. 353. That firmament travels once more and circles and rolls over three lines. These first letters, Aleph, Tet, Bet, Chet, Gimel, Zayin, Dalet, Vav, are all included in these upper letters that are the holy name Havaya, circling a firmament. These letters Havaya that were standing in the middle, being the holy name, were written on the north side, left. They were written and not written, because there is no one to look at that side to extend Chokhmah, which is vision. They all cover with Chokhmah and say, in a pleasant voice, "Blessed be the glory of the Lord from His place." They cover on the north, left line, and say, "Blessed be the glory of the Lord from His place." They cover on all the sides and say, "Blessed be the glory of the Lord from His place." It is so because the north side is included in all three sides, because Chokhmah appears only in Malchut, who receives from three lines, and not in the three lines themselves. 354. After the Zohar explained the actions that were done in the firmament in three sides, east, south, and north, which are the three lines, it now explains the operations that take place in the firmament controlled by the west side, Malchut, who receives from all the three sides together. It says, "This firmament circles as before, rolling from side to side on all four sides, through to the west, Malchut. At that time, a pleasant voice of camps of many angels rises from that side to all the sides, east, south, north, and west. At that time, the firmament illuminates with a different light, greater than what it had been in the three sides, for the light of Chokhmah appears in it. And there is no place where it appears but in Malchut. Also, it stands in illumination in a different color, made of all the colors, because Malchut consists of all three colors in the three lines. 355. These letters Havaya rise up in the firmament, ascend to Za'ampin, and receive from Za'ampin one upper letter that connects to that name of these letters Havaya. It is so because, although these letters are of the holy name Havaya, it is still a name that is included below in the firmament of Malchut, since that name is included above in Za'ampin and included below in Malchut. And when the name is included below in Malchut, these letters Havaya rise to receive a certain letter from Za'ampin, as these letters Havaya below in Malchut are nourished from that letter. That letter is the letter Vav, which descends to Malchut, and the letters Havaya bond with this letter. And Havaya, where the Vav that is connected to the Havaya in Malchut indicates Za'ampin, as in he and his courthouse, then they are all in one crown and a complete name is made. Love. Questions? All right. So the main thing is the intention. We need to maintain it together, and then the upper light will make of us a kind of skeleton where it can be revealed. Continuing with item 356. The name Havaya below is complete and incomplete. It is complete in itself, and it is not complete as it is included with Malchut. The complete name is in 5 letters Havaya, Vehavaya, where the Vav from Za'ampin is connected to the Havaya, indicating Za'ampin and his courthouse Malchut, male and female implied. It is so because the Vav implies the male and Havaya implies the female. A fully complete name is in 9 letters, which are Havaya Elokim. Havaya implies the male and Elokim the female. This is the fully complete name. The other name, Vehavaya, is only an intimation, where the Vav implies the male, and it is in 5 letters, but the name of the 9 letters, Havaya Elokim, is fully complete. 357. When the letters Vehavaya unite, a firmament illuminates in 32 lights, 32 paths of Chokhmah. At that time, all are in joy, all stand in one, above and below. All those merkavot and all those camps are all in wholeness, and all the degrees are corrected in their places, each as it should. 358. A single flame illuminates and never rests in the firmament of Malchut on the north, the place of the illumination of Chokhmah in Malchut. It is the sentence from which the Chokhmah appears. This din is called a flame, and it is inscribed in other letters to the right. And they are 10 names, rising to 70 names, which emerge from the 72 names of the name Ab. All are inscribed in that firmament and all illuminate together. 359. Out of this firmament, all the firmaments below on the side of Kedusha journey until they reach those other firmaments of the other side. They are called goat hair curtains. As it is written, you shall make goat hair curtains for a tent over the tabernacle. 360. The curtains of the tabernacle are curtains that are called firmaments of the animals of the holy tabernacle. The goat hair curtains are other firmaments of the other side. These firmaments of the tabernacle are the merkavot of the Holy Spirits, and those firmaments on the outside, the goat hair curtains, illuminate in the words of the world. They are repentance and the work of the body of the people in the world, covering those firmaments within, the curtains of the tabernacle, like a shell that covers the brain. The firmaments within are a thin membrane over the brain, and they are called heaven for Havaya, for one name Havaya, the one below in Malchut. 361. There are other firmaments above, internal firmaments, firmaments of the Ampin, firmaments of the animals, which are the holy name Havaya. In regard to the upper big animals, Chagat and Malchut, from the Chazed, the Ampin, and above. These are the upper letters in the secrets of the Torah, the whole of the 22 engraved and inscribed letters that come out of the 8th firmament, Binah. The firmament over the upper animals, Chugtum de Zerampin, a firmament that has no appearance. It is hidden and concealed. There is no color to it. 362. All the colors come out of the 8th firmament, Binah, while for itself it has no color. It is unseen and unrevealed. This is the one that brought forth all the lights, because all the mochin from the 3 lines of Binah come out, and in itself no light or darkness is seen, nor any color whatsoever. The exception is the souls of the righteous. They see from the lower firmament, the firmament of Malchut, as though from behind a wall, the light that this upper firmament Binah brings out, as well as the light of Binah which does not cease. There is no one to know it, no one to stand in it. 363. Under the firmament of Binah, all the firmaments were perfected in that name which are called heaven. These are called heaven, those of whom the upper name is called Havaya in the Ampin. They are the ones in whom the holy name Malchut is crowned, because the firmaments of Malchut receive from the firmaments of the Ampin. This is why it is written, the heavens are heavens for the Lord, for the concealment, this concealment in the upper firmament Binah, which stands over them. 364. Up to the firmament of Binah it is written, the heavens are heavens for the Lord, for the holy name Havaya, since the creator Binah is called by names. Also, a name means attainment, since all that we do not attain we do not call by a name. Henceforth, after Binah there is no wise one, in whose wisdom he can know and attain anything, except for one small illumination, which is not enough to settle in. Happy is one who enters and exits, who knows how to look at the secrets of his master and to cleave unto him. 365. In these secrets a man can cling to his master, to know the whole of the Chokhmah in the upper secret, when he serves his master in prayer, in will, and with the aim of the heart. He attaches his will as a fire to an ember, to unite those lower firmaments from the side of Kedusha, divinity, from Malchut, to crown them in the name Havaya, the lowest in the firmaments of Malchut, and from there on to unite those high internal firmaments of the Ampin to be all one in that upper firmament of Binah that stands over them. 366. While his mouth and lips move, he should aim his heart and will above, to unite everything in the secret of secrets, in Ein Sof, where all desires and thoughts are nailed. He should intend that in each prayer, each day, to crown all his days with the upper days Chagat Nehim in his work. 367. At night he places his will, meaning he is rid of this world and his soul departs from him, and he returns it to the master of all. This is so because each night Malchut stands to include within it the souls of the righteous, meaning that each night the souls of the righteous rise to Malchut in Man. 368. The secret of secrets to know for those wise-hearted, the bottom firmament that stands at the point, which is Malchut, consists of above and below. Its yesod is below, like a candle that raises black light, to unite with the white light over the black light from above, and its yesod is below in the wick in the oil. The yesod of the point of Malchut is also below. At daytime she is included from above, from the Ampin, and at night she is included from below with those souls of the righteous. 369. All the words of the world return to the core and the root from which they stemmed. Several nights are each destined to take what they should, because at night everything goes to its root. It is so because the soul walks and roams and returns to the root that she deserves from above, and the body remains as still as a rock, returning to its rightful place, to be on it, meaning the Sitra Achra. The Sitra Achra will be on it after its death. For this reason, the body returns to its side, and the soul returns to her side. 370. The Sitra Achra is over the body that has returned to its side. For this reason his hands are made impure and he must wash them, because at night everything returns to its place, to its root. And the souls of the righteous rise and return to their places, to their roots, to Malchut, from which they were born. And Malchut is crowned in them, included with all sides, above and below. At that time, the glory of the Creator rises and is crowned with everything. 371. There are appointees that govern at night, appointed over those souls of the righteous, to praise them and offer them up as a scent offering to their master. The name of the superior appointee who was appointed over these camps is Surya. Because the soul rises through all those firmaments, she is brought to him, he smells her, as it is written, and he smelled him with the fear of the Lord, as the Messiah King is destined to do in the world. Through him, all the souls that are in deposit by him pass on to approach the Malchut. 372. When all the souls that have approached Malchut are seen there, all the souls are included in the point of Malchut. And she takes them one at a time, as though swallowing something. She's impregnated with them as a woman who has been impregnated. This matter is for those who dwell over Midian, when this point is impregnated like a woman is impregnated. She enjoys the joy that a soul from this world was included in her, with these deeds and with the Torah in which she engaged during the day. She takes the will of this world and enjoys with it, and is included from all sides, from above and from below. 373. Afterwards, the Malchut brings them out and delivers them as before, since the souls are the offspring of Malchut, and the soul is now as new as it was when it was born. As it is written, they are new every morning, related to the souls, which are new each morning. It is written, your faith is plentiful. Malchut, which is faith, is plentiful, able to include the souls, bring them into her, and bring them out when they are new. This is why others receive from above during the day. Love, do you want to ask something? Anything? Yes, Vlad. I think we've ascended to a new degree of connection in this Congress. So how can we hold on and to rise more? Rav, there's no holding on, there's only rising, climbing. Vlad, how? Rav, forget about what happened. That's the safest. Vlad, well, that's easily forgotten. It's erased. Rav, that's good. That's also help from above. It's a special angel called forgetfulness. Vlad, but we need to advance. Rav, and what are we doing? Advancing. There's nothing new in the method. You're discovering innovations, all sort of more precise nuances, because you make use of it. The wisdom of Kabbalah can be written in such a way that first grader can understand, but when he actually performs it, what's written, he'll get to the degree of Rabbi Shimon. Everything comes from experience, from use, yes, from practice. The light opens up, shines on the wills, on the desires, and then he reveals to the person what's truly happening. Vlad, how can we use the Zohar in such a way where there will be constant renovation? How not to miss out on the light? Rav, Very simple. Always, constantly demand a greater connection with the friends. Otherwise, the light won't bestow. It has nowhere to bestow to. You see, you heard it, and immediately you put the microphone down. All right. No, you don't have to continue. Vlad. The Congress was very powerful. It was really a wonder. We were here at night, constantly awake all night long till 6 a.m. There was never such a thing where we're participating that way in constant innovations. And you came here now and immediately we had a Zohar lesson right now, and it seems like you want, the desire pulls towards something. Love. No, it's impossible otherwise. We would return from Tiberias with the Rabash about 15 minutes before the lesson had to take place, and he was tired and hot from the journey, and there would be a lesson. He would come. Even if I told him, no, it's not good for you, you have high blood pressure, he's been suffering from that, no, he held the lesson. No choice. I don't see any other chance anything happening other than if a doctor truly tells that the person can't hold the lesson. But objectively, not making discounts for oneself. We'll talk about the Congress tomorrow. I heard that tomorrow you want to hold some scrutiny about that during the morning lesson, or when? I saw it somewhere. I read it. That you set some time apart for that. No? So where did I see it? I don't know. Yes, Hans.
Rav,
this Congress was very difficult for me. Internally. Rav, what was difficult? Terence. To discover evil. Rav. You discover that you can't yet.
I never this type. I know you have to hold your friends.
מעולם לא ראיתי דבר כזה, עד כדי כך שאתה צריך לאחוז בחברים שלך, כי אתה לא יכול אחרת.
But this level of rejection, I never imagined even that.
רמה כזאת של דחייה, מעולם אפילו לא דמיינתי.
And in the same time I was seeing my friends who are like achieving high states.
באותו זמן ראיתי חברים שמגיעים למצבים ממש גבוהים.
And I couldn't do nothing.
לא יכולתי לעשות שום דבר.
I couldn't even ask.
לא יכולתי אפילו לשאול שאלה.
Because everything I was trying to ask, it was just coming the opposite.
No, isn't that nice and good? It's excellent. Shouldn't that bring you joy? Terence, what do I need to do now? How to continue? Love. To continue? That's all. To continue. The fact that you saw the friends as superior to yourself is good. The fact that you saw that they're in a state where you're afraid that they'll discover what a nothing you are, that's also good. Did you also think that? Yes. Well, what else? What else did you have? All sorts of thoughts. So, what will I do here? Where will I be? What will happen? The problem is that you relate to the spiritual work incorrectly. In the spiritual work, the main thing is to support and assist. And as much as you push yourself to support and assist and promise and guarantee all sorts of conditions for them so they can study and connect, by that you build your kli, your vessel. So in that work, it doesn't matter if you're small or great, superior to them or not. It's the other way around. The small one can do more, can help more, because he pushes, he helps, he does, he works. No. You're just... It's because you're not deciphering correctly all of the signs that the Creator gives you. He shows you signs of spiritual advancement, and you want to read these signs as signs of corporeal progress, smarter, wiser, understanding more, feeling more, and so it turns out that it doesn't work. But what can I do if I want, but the goof, the body, doesn't, really doesn't want it? There's no power, no energy.
I just try to close my eyes and hold my friends.
That's what you need to do. Yes, that's it. Your work is to hold the group, to support, to assist them as much as possible. You will be small, you'll be great, it doesn't matter. Just constantly think of him, of the system called the group. Think about the vessel, the kli. That's it, nothing else besides. And if some disappointment comes, you understand that it comes because this very moment you've begun to think about yourself. Then again, you transcend it to only support them, assist them, contribute whatever you can. And everything disappears. Very good. I'm supporting? Yes, I am. Do I want them to succeed? Yes. With every opportunity, do I want to raise them to adhesion with the Creator? Yes. So what do I lack? Nothing. I'm working. There's no limitation over this work. Am I demanding anything? No. Only a place to work in.
But in this situation, Rav, you see that the friends want to help you, but you don't even know how to let them help you. What to do?
How to enable them to help you?
They see you in a situation, they want to help you.
You want only one thing of them, that they give you an opportunity to help them, to hold them together, to pressure them a little bit, to take care of them. You want only that. Invert, turn your head around a little bit, and you'll see how many opportunities you have, and that only that is the true work, and nothing else is missing. You have a field which the Lord has blessed right here before you. Last question. I'm flying off for a week. It's a business trip, so I'm asking for help. Rav, we will think of you if you think about us. It'll be fine. It'll be good. He's growing, developing. Well, let's continue. Bezalel made the ark, 375. And Bezalel made the ark of acacia wood. This ark is to put the written Torah in it. The ark of Malchut, the written Torah, Zerampin. The Torah was concealed in it in 6 surrounding boards. Since the ark was made of 6 boards, 4 boards around its 4 sides, 1 board on top, and 1 board below. Thus, 6. And this is called an ark. When turning these 6 boards, Chagat Nehi, the Malchut, into one, it is one body in which to put the Torah, who is Vak, Chagat Nehi, Zerampin. 376. These boards of the ark are 5. The 4 boards on the sides and one below are Chagatna, because the board on top is the cover over it and is not of the ark. Also 5 books enter it, 5 books of Torah, Chagatna, the Zerampin. These 5 boards are 6, with one degree that enters them in concealment, which is called all covenant, zzsolt. As it is in concealment, there is no board in the ark corresponding to it. When it enters the 5 boards, the ark and the Torah stand in 9 degrees, 2 names of Elokim, in which there are 9 letters, after which stands one board, superior, the cover, the firmament that turns and covers everything, the 8th firmament, Binah. For this reason, when the cover covers them, all are in concealment, meaning that they are unseen. 377. Here we should look and know the meaning of the ark. There is an ark and there is an ark, Malchut de Kedusha and Malchut de Sitra Achra, one opposite the other. As it is written, all this did Aravna, the king, gave to the king. Was Aravna a king? David conquered Jerusalem, and the place of the temple was his. Why did he buy it with silver from Aravna? Is it that although Jerusalem was David's, the place was still the lot of Aravna and had to be bought? 378. Of course, Aravna was a king, and that place was under his authority, and he governed it. When it was time for it to come out from under his hands, it came out only with much blood and killing among Israel, by war. Afterwards, a sabotaging angel stood over the place, and there, when he would kill and stand in that place, he would not be able to kill, and his strength would fail. 378 and 79. That place was the place where Yitzchak was tied, where Avraham built the altar and tied his son Yitzchak. When the Creator saw that place, he was filled with mercy. As it is written, the Lord saw and repented. The Creator saw the tying of Yitzchak in that place and once again pitied them immediately. 380. He said to the destroying angel, "It is enough. Now relax your hand." Many of the people means that it is enough for you to have this place under your hand. Henceforth he returned the place to its owner. And yet it came out of his hand with death and with silver. 381. Why is he called Aravna, while that place was under his hand? It was called Aravna, implying the Aron, or the Ark of the Sitra Achra, their Malchut. When the letters were added to the Aron, the word Aron, it was called Aravna. Since this is what should be added to the evil-eyed, which is the Sitra Achra, and is considered as deficit. 382. On the side of Kedusha, letters are reduced from it, and his Kedusha increases, as it is written, over 12 oxen, reducing the letter, or omitting the letter Mem. It does not write Shanim, years, but Shani, without the Mem. The Sitra Achra is given additional letters, as it is written, "Then you shall make goat hair curtains for a tent over the tabernacle. You shall make 11 curtains," which is additional letters. An ayin was added to the 12. It is a deficiency because the 12 with an ayin is one less than 12 without an ayin. On the side of Kedusha, it is written 12 without the letter Mem, while here it's written 12 with the added letter ayin, and it is a deficiency for him. So should it be for an evil-eyed who wishes to fill his eye, his own ayin, he is reduced, as we learn that all who add decrease. 383. The side of Kedusha is called the Ark of the Covenant, implying Malchut the Kedusha. The Ark of the Covenant, Malchut, that is connected to the covenant, in the covenant, Yesod, befits the body, the Ampin, to bring into it the form of a man, Havaya, filled with Aleph, the letters Aleph, which is man in Gematria. 45. On that matter, when the holy pious people passed away from this world, they would place them in a coffin to imply the unification of the Ampin in the Ark of the Covenant. This is because the Sitra Acha is not corrected in a body, and it is not at all man's body, which implies the Ampin. For this reason, bodies were not created for the Sitra Acha, because they are not included in man's body at all. 384. It is written about Yosef, he was embalmed and placed in a coffin, placed with twice the letter Yud, connecting covenant to covenant, for Yud implies the covenant, Yesod. It is written 2 letters Yud opposite 2 covenants, the covenant below, Yosef, and the covenant above, the Ark of the Covenant. He entered the covenant because he kept the holy covenant and existed in it. This is why he was worthy of entering the Ark.
No.
Rav. Yes? Anyone? No. Yes? Go ahead.
Rav, lama ani חושב עבור חברים, אני חושב חוץ מי, אבל אני צריך...
Well, I'm thinking about the friends, but why do I have to constantly return to myself? Because I ask from the Creator, because He put me in the group, and the moment you let go of the thought of the friends, the Creator immediately places you back in the thoughts about yourself. Well, that's fine. That's just fine. He gives you by that. He lets you feel that you've stopped. But at the same time, I need to ask the Creator to put me in the group. Love, yes? So I return to myself. I think about myself. Love, please explain. I don't understand what he says. I'm asking about myself, for myself, that he puts me back in the group. To integrate with the group. Rav, no, I don't understand the whole picture he paints. Help him. Dudi, go on. Give him the microphone. If I understood correctly, I'm still asking for myself here. I'm asking the Creator to extract me from myself. No, we talked about it before, in the previous question. I ask of the Creator only opportunities in which to serve the society. With that, I'm allowed to address Him. Everything else is not for the better. It's a detriment. I cause damage doing that. Is that clear? Ask only for that. Yes. A student from the Haifa group asks, after the Congress, this question is picking my brain. I have no chance. I'm completely contrary to everything you teach. I have nothing in common with my 10 and Rav. Yes, and what? And what now? He needs to hold a feast, a nice meal for his group, because he was shown the truth. The extent to which he is outside of spirituality, but it is the truth. It's truth. It's a true diagnosis, which is good, and for that people go to doctors and pay fortunes just to know what's wrong. I feel bad, but I don't know what problem I have. And if the doctor finds it, then he's called a good doctor. And perhaps it's incurable, that's something else. But half or even more than half, he's achieved. The knowledge that I'm worthless, I'm lesser than everyone, that's only the beginning. It's just the beginning. He will be great, he will be a teacher, and in respect to his students, he'll feel that he's inferior to them. Without tricking himself or deceiving himself somehow, he'll truly feel that way. And it's the truth also. So, he discovered a small portion of truth. Yes. Rav, what gives me the sensation that I'm lesser than everyone and I suffer and giving me... Rav, first of all, it's the truth. And then, what do we do with that? What will you do with that? I don't know. Right now I feel that I'm suffering because I'm so small, Rav. Why? It's your ego suffering, not you. Yes, ego, that's what I feel. Rav, but on the other hand, the smaller you are, in spirituality, you're on a high degree. Why? Because it's the opposite. If you accept your smallness, your katnut, and you agree with it, and you don't want to be greater, you only want to help the friends, the others, the Creator, and to remain the smallest while helping everyone else to be the greatest. That is work, that is... It's this tendency, it's the most sublime. It's written about Moses, that he was humble. So what to do with suffering? I'm really suffering. Rav, that's good. If you didn't suffer, you wouldn't have discovered it. Now you need to perform all manner of actions, such that instead of suffering, you'll feel proud. You'll get pride because I'm the smallest and I'm helping everyone with all my might. We keep just circling that point, revolving around it. Sometimes the words change a bit, but it's the same thing. Did you miss me? Rachamim. Yes? Good, then ask. First of all, welcome. We've missed you and we're very glad that you're here. Rav, thank you. So now, Rav, is the whole structure of connection between the letters written in the Zohar, are they vessels full of the upper light which connects us so that we're like it, but with a condition, to read with the intention to connect in order to discover the Creator and to together bring Him contentment? Rav, yes, but we need to become these letters, the letters of the work, they're called, meaning that within me there will be these inner properties. You know, like when you type on a keyboard, there were typewriters, mechanical typewriters, right? So, in that way, you work on yourself, and you organize these thoughts and qualities. You organize them into sentences. Like we see in computers, they now become commands. They become instructions, executables. Yes, they activate things. So that's what we need to discover. We need to discover letters inside, within. Each letter is very complex. Now, the order of these complex letters, we begin to work according to them, and you compose a command from them. And by that you activate forces of nature. And that is our work. Yes? Baal Sulam in his song, The Brightness, writes that it's very good to study his works, but be careful of sending your hands to him. So why are we evil human beings? Why did we destroy the earth? Why? Rav, look, that doesn't have anything to do with that. To reach out your hand to the Lord of the world means to want to use Him in order to receive. People who have normal human existence, they don't do anything wrong. They don't cause anything bad. Even with the ozone, and they pollute, the oceans are full of plastic. All of that doesn't count for anything. But in truth, to truly reach out a hand to the King of the world, only a Kabbalist can do that. So be careful. All right? Yes, of course. Give him the microphone. Rav, I truly missed you. I swear, I missed you a lot. Rav, come here and cry. No, I swear it, Rav. Rav, I know, they're laughing, but I know you did. Well, Rav, do you truly believe that someone like me has a chance of being equal to the friends? Rav, why are you constantly asking about yourself? Stop worrying about yourself. Stop asking about yourself. Say once and for all, I'm a zero. Why are you concerned then? Because they're not zeros. Rav, and what do you care? You are a zero. Just accept it. I'm a zero. What can happen? Nothing. Less than zero, you can't be. I'm not standing and I'm not floating through the air. I'm a zero lying on the floor, on the ground. There's nothing lesser. So I don't have anything I don't need to be concerned about myself. Now I can begin the spiritual work. Well, no, you again repeat those same thoughts. What about me, and why me, and what will I? No, you see that they're truly great. There's no way in the world I could ever be like Nessie. Rav, you're being shown that, so that you will feel sorry that you're not like him. And above that, you'll understand that there's nothing to be sorry about here. Nothing. You need to only be sorry about one thing. Why am I asking for myself? I agree with you, I'm garbage. So why are you asking? Why are you concerned with yourself if you're just garbage? Because I want to be like them. Really? Rav, do you think if you'll be like them, it's better than the zero you are today? Why? Zero is the best. Why is it better to be more than a zero? I'm not afraid of anyone. No one can hurt me. Right? I don't care about what's today and what's going to be tomorrow. I'm completely, entirely free of everything. Right. So, and if all kinds of faders and enemies and problems come to me, I'm a zero. What do you want from me? But from this moment on, I begin to feel, this is the degree of Binah. Binah. Chafetz Chesed. Seeking grace. Now I don't have a shirt and I don't need one. Like that grace seeker, Chafetz Chesed in the forest. And now I can give to everyone. All right?
שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד.